Alright guys, welcome back to more of the
All
Stanley...
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can't tell
No
if
matter
this
how
was
hard Stanley
meant to
looked,
happen
he
or
couldn't
not.
find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh dear. Wow, this is just god-awful. Yeah, what the hell's up with this? Is this like texture problems, or is the game broke? I can't tell. Still playing solitaire. Like a prick. Wasting everyone's time.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nah, I'm quite alright.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, thank you. Honestly, if more of this is broken.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
It's offensive. How dare he?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Okay.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly...
Oh dear. Don't enter the light, Stanley. It'll kill you. What the how...
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Somebody's messing with me.
The oven. Oh,
I don't like bread. You're not my wife.
There we go.
How
All
dare
right, now,
you,
I want
imposter.
you to come in and tell me all about your
Yep.
Gotcha.
What a prick. No, I'm leaving.
Oh, come on.
Damn, I can't leave.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yes.
Who'd want to commit their life to you?
Wow.
I'm trying to
Low
make
blow.
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Can I leave? See ya. Bye.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Wow. Quick thinking, narrator. Quick, escape through the other doors. Pull a matrix, jump through the window, I don't know. Fucking... God damn it.
It's a very sad story about the death of a man named
Wait,
Stanley.
what? I'm not dead. Why is this kitchen all black all of a sudden? Press P.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a
Why is
reminder
this
of
all
the
black?
inconsequential
It's weird.
nature of his existence.
He's just really striking it hard
Look at him
here.
there, pushing buttons,
What the-
doing exactly what he's told to do.
Wow, what a
Now
prick.
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him.
I think this
except that he's
narrator
chosen
has
this
some
life.
serious, like, parental issues. Like, nobody loved him, so
But
now
in
he's
his
just
mind,
taking it out on everyone else.
In
It's
his
like,
mind,
no.
he can go on fantastic adventures.
Yeah.
From behind his
Wish I
desk,
could get away from
Stanley
you,
dreamed of
you
wild
prick.
expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press 7 to watch TV.
And so he began to
What is the
fantasize
footballer?
about his own
What
job.
the-
First, he imagined
Where
that
did it go?
one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The
This is
thought
creepy.
excited
Mannequins
him
are creepy.
terribly.
Ever since that Doctor Who episode.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open
Do I need to
doors
censor
and that he
this?
could go through either. At last,
Quick, children, cover your eyes.
it barely
You're not meant
even
to see this
mattered
yet.
what lay behind
You're not
each
old
door.
enough.
The mere thought that
can't
his
even leave.
decisions would mean
This is
something
bullshit.
was almost too wonderful to behold.
Take a picture. Somebody take a picture.
As he
Why am I
wandered
preparing
through this
dinner? Isn't that your
fantasy
job?
world, he began
You're
to fill
doing
it
now
with many
else.
possible paths
That's
and
your job, woman.
destinations.
You had one
Down
job.
one path, an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he
What?
called it the Stanley Parable.
Tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
What the?
How could there possibly
Now I've
be?
lost the mannequin.
In
What a
reality,
shame.
all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he
Everything's
spends here,
changed.
the more
Nothing's the
possessive he
same.
gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
This one. Press 9 to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer.
Well, to be
But
fair,
as long as
I
he remains
have been
here,
making my
he's
only
slowly killing
decisions,
himself.
so screw
He won't
you,
listen to
Naruto.
me. He won't stop.
That's because you're a
Here,
prick.
watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Well, you've already fucked me over once, so no.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Wow,
How
it
can I
got
tell
dark
him in a way
quick.
that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look
I
at
don't want to
himself?
see what you see. You're a creep. Z to question nothing.
I suppose I can't.
Couldn't
Not in
find
the way
Z
I
for
want him
the
to.
second there.
But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
You
I'll
are,
try once
liar.
more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to.
I must. It is my
Perhaps-
destiny.
well, maybe this time he'll see.
Maybe this time. So I'll...
And I tried
Please
again,
die.
and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
I'm not pushing any buttons. What? Should have expected that, really. I knew it was coming. It was only inevitable. Damn, them loading screens, dog. Why am I not surprised we're back here?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't
Stanley
care what it
decided to go to
means.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had
I
simply
want to go
missed a
find
memo.
the future and... I know whatever it is you're hiding from me, you prick. You're being mean
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Why can't I enter this door? There is something magical behind that door.
Stepping into his manager's office,
2, 8,
Stanley
4,
was once
5.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Every time you talk,
That kind
part of me
anxiety
dies.
isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a
Jesus
few moments
Christ.
with some calming New Age music.
This is not new age music. Like, this is 60s music. Like smooth jazz. Some dude's gonna come out of nowhere with a perm and start singing it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
What if I don't want to? What if I'm like, oh, tricked you. Oh, tricked you. That doesn't work. Is there anything this way? Apparently not. Button. What's this button do? Got to press the button. If this is all Stanley does all day, he really needs to get a hobby. Like checkers or chess or something of the sort that may challenge his mental capacity, and maybe then he can outsmart the narrator and get out of this hellhole, because quite clearly it is not fun, it is not entertaining, it is not rewarding, and he is going nowhere in life. He will, if he leaves, he will get a decent job, he will raise a family. But first he has to meet a beautiful woman, which will never happen if he's still in here.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
And he's best friends with a narrator that just seems to want to fuck him over at every turn.
To think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Is it just me, or is it lighter in here than usual?
When for years it had never occurred to him.
I generally don't care.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
I wish it'd go on. I wish it'd go unanswered, because you pissed me off.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Could you, like, turn the lights on? Because I can't see shit. Ooh. Button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Probably. It's not exactly hard, narrator. This is just binary, it's just ones and zeros. Neo is the one. We've entered the Matrix, ladies and gentlemen.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Where am I?
The lives
Where's
of so many
427?
individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this business where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom meant nothing. Skynet has taken over. John Connor leads the resistance.
This mind-controlled facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Well,
that
no,
his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Unless you're weird. Going up.
He refused
That's me,
to believe
47.
It. He couldn't accept
Where's
his
117?
own life
John!
in someone else's
John, where
control.
are you? We need the chief. Get the chief. No, he's down there. Get him.
Wasn't it?
Oh, goddamn.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Probably.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over
Is there a way to turn this shit on? I want to see what happens.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Once and for all. Nothing happened. Well, this is disappointing. Is there a way you can make something different happen? Because there's a lot of buttons. Oh, a red button. What the? Let me... You give me a red button and you refuse to let me press it. I don't understand. Follow the wiring. That doesn't lead you anywhere. Well, let me press the red button. It's annoying. Everyone knows you can't put a red button there unless nothing down here. I guess we have to listen to him and turn it off, because apparently we can't press a red button even though we all know we want to. Dude, this would be a mint to play Battlefield on. Can't turn the power on.
And when at last he found the source... Oh, Stanley,
Oh.
you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
No.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes. Can I control the narrator?
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh dear.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story
that red
now.
button really
Shape
not do
it to
anything?
your heart's desires.
Bollocks.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What
Where
a
are the
shame we
numbers?
have so
What do the
little
numbers
time
mean,
left to
Mason?
enjoy it.
Mason,
Mere
give me the
moments
numbers.
until the bomb goes off. But
Mason.
what precious moments each one of them is. More
1,
time to talk about you,
2,
about me, where we're going, what all this
need
means.
3, 4.
I barely know where to start.
3.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing every